Hey everybody, this is going to be another video on my pellet gun. So this time I'm going to explain how to sight in a scope. This will work for any scope or red dot sight. Someone asked me, I can't remember the name right now, but he sent me a message asking if I could show him how to sight in his scope. So I decided I'll just make a small video on it. And so first off, I'll just kind of describe how to mount a scope. So, so first off, when you get the scope, it will come with kind of two mounts for the scope, and these ones here use an Allen key to tighten it, just one of these things. Most of them use Allen keys. If not, they'll just use some kind of simple screwdriver. But you want to mount it so that when you look into the scope, the crosshairs are nicely lined up. Not sure if you can see it there. You want to make sure your crosshairs are perfectly horizontal and vertical. You don't want them slanted or anything. If they are slanted, you can loosen these 4 screws up here and adjust the angle your scope sits at. Secondly, you want to decide how far forward or back you want to put your scope. To figure out how forward or back you put it, you have to see what the eye relief is. What an eye relief is how far away your eye has to be from the back lens for you to see a picture or a clear picture. On this scope, the eye relief is 3 inches, so my eye is approximately there to see a nice image. So now to adjust the scope, most scopes will come with these turret caps. First off, you want to just unscrew these covers. And also there's one for the side. And now you will read on this, I doubt you can see this, but it has the word up and an arrow pointing in a certain direction. And on the other turret, on the other side, it says left with an arrow pointing in a certain direction. And so first off, what you want to do is shoot 2 to 3 pellets at a target, and with the scope aimed right on the target. And if the pellet is, say, too down and to the left, you want to change your scope setting to make the crosshair go a little bit right and up. So you just want to keep doing that. But a note is that when you're sighting in your scope, you have to decide on a distance you usually shoot at. So say you shoot at 40 feet usually, you have to be shooting at a target 40 feet away when you sight in your scope, because you can only use your scope at a certain distance, so else you have to aim a little bit higher or lower depending on how far away your target is. Also, another suggestion is don't shoot outside when you're sighting in your scope, because wind is a factor and you want your pellets to be flying straight when you're sighting in a scope. This scope here is a Centerpoint optic scope. You may have seen it in my other video. If you want more information about this, you can go see my review of this whole gun. But that's pretty much how you center in a scope. After you center it in, you just want to tighten back on your turret caps so you don't accidentally knock the dials underneath them. And just go ahead and screw both of them back on, and you're done. Now you can shoot very accurately and hopefully be more accurate overall. So that's pretty much how you center in a scope.